PATIL, EC Department AISSMS IOIT. Welcome to the session on Way Towards Mobile Communication, Expectations and Network Technologies. What are the expectations of layman from engineering of telecom engineering? That is nothing but the layman expects unlimited speed, unlimited bandwidth to send video and messages from one end to another end. The storage capacity of the device expected by layman is very high to store the videos, to store the photos, and to store the documents, and other facilities like WhatsApp or entertainment, music, or movies. For such a device, all-in-one, it is also required the basic functionality to transmit the communication, messages or voice from one end of the world to other end of the world. So this all-in-one device is also expected by laymen to work the extra value-added services like bank and or e-commerce website and browsing the internet, etc. So for all-in-one device, it is required to design a strong network. Hence, it is the need of hour. Also, the layman is expecting all the revolution happened in the radio or telephone, television, multimedia, that is telecommunication engineering. All this revolution should be in one device is the expectation from layman. With the advent changes and advancement in internet and computer hardware and software, it is possible to build such a device which can have all these requirements all in one format. Also, it is required to have the strong network for that supports this mobile. So it is required to study types of networks, range and data rates. There are 4 types of networks: WAN, wide area network; MAN, metropolitan area network; LAN, local area network; PAN, personal area network. Personal area network is less than 10 meter and it is having 1 Mbps data rate to 20 Mbps data rate. It is called as 802.15.3 standard. And then comes the LAN, local area network, where the range is up to 10 meters to 1000 meters and is used for offices, schools, home, and it is having 100 Mbps data rate and it is called as 802.15.1, uses the Bluetooth technology. MAN is the metropolitan area network, ranges from 5 to 50 km. It is having 10 to 2.4 Mbps. Multiple buildings are used for this particular implementation. And the protocol is 802.11.A or B or C. Whereas in case of WAN, that is wide area network, the range is very high, that is up to 1000 km. There is no such a limitation for it. Globally, the networks of networks are connected to each other, and wide area network is done with the help of network protocols, routers, and the network components. So it is having either global or international boundaries. That is the scope of WAN and is defined as 802.22. For such a network, another thing that is classifying is based on IP, wired, wireless or mobile technology. Mobile technology means the mobile has evolved from 1G, that is AMPS, 2G, 2.5G, CDMA, GSM, 3G, 3G to 4G, and from 4G it has went to 5G, where that is smaller, that is range is there, but anywhere, anything and anytime that is IoT kind of concept is implemented. Now, for classification of network, we are going to see another kind of that is classification based on wired public switch network, public switch telephone network, ISDN integrated service network, ADSL asynchronous data broadband network, or we can have voice over IP, FOIP, or we can have TDM based IP. So these kind of things are there. Variety of networks are there with variety of data rates and variety of distance are there that are supporting to that is a network with IPv4 expanded to IPv6 kind of that is networks and are having systematic background of OSI layer or TCP IP kind of layer and having multiple protocols. So this is the network that is behind this particular telecommunication that is revolution. While studying all this towards mobile communication, one has to study the techniques used at communication for the channel, transmitter and receiver. The side at transmitter is sending basic signal of speech towards the RX end, and to have this communication successful, there are n number of communication protocols that are supporting to this process. First of all, speech of the person goes into the that is a source that is your mobile, and it is going to be digitized for source coding at the mobile PCM, pulse code modulation, DPCM, then there are ADM and all LPC, all such kind of algorithms or techniques are used. After that, in case of channel coding, there are certain channel codes like block codes, turbo codes, RS codes, GOLE codes, APCM or ADPCM, LPC are used for channel coding. Then interleaving technique is used. These all kind of techniques are related to digital signal processing. Bus formatting is used, and for that sampling that is or spreading, sampling is done, and also the spreading of the signal is done with the help of PN sequences, and also sequential codes are there, gold codes are there, which are used for that is spreading. Spreading is popular in case of CDMA. Cheapering, then modulation is done. For modulation, there are baseband modulation with eye diagram, or we can have the equalizer. We are calculating BER, and we are having ASK, FSK, PSK, QPSK, then DPSK, QAM, then Gaussian minimum shift keying. All these modulation networks protocols are used. While sending the code at radio channel, there is a fading, diversity, or we can have delay, we can have the that is losses. All these phenomena are happening, and at the receiving end we require antennas, then calculation of optical fiber link budget, etc. is required. Reverse process happens at that is receiver end, demodulation, dechippering, burst formatting, de-interleaving, channel coding and source coding at the mobile. So this is nothing but the journey of that is mobile in a short way for consideration of layman requirements to network classification to what happens when speech signal is sent from the that is the receiver towards the uh, receiver and transmitter, in between receiver and transmitter. So this is Varsha Kiran Patil signing off from this particular episode of that is towards mobile communication. Thank you very much for attending this lecture.